Here on The Real, we pride ourselves in promoting self-love and self-care, but even the most confident person can have an off day when it comes to feeling desirable.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, and you just don't feel like you're at the top of your game. So ladies, has there ever been a time when you really felt undesirable? And if so, why?
I would say in the morning for me. You wake up, wig off, breath ain't brushed.
Your breath ain't brushed? Lonnie, why did I think you were giggling? Because I thought you were gonna be like, absolutely not, I always feel like a bad bitch.
You know what? I was gonna say that. I was. You know how I am. But I was like, okay, let me understand the assignment.
Let me humble myself.
Let me humble myself. Let me understand the assignment. And I said, okay, let me try to come up with something. And I was like, let me really think about it. And so I would have to say maybe in the morning, you know, when you first wake up, I look at myself like, woo, girl. Get yourself together.
It's real.
Together.
That is real.
What about you?
I feel like just in this last season, sometimes watching the show back, there's been like a significant weight gain, but it's not just weight gain. I sometimes look puffy or really bloated, especially in my face and my fingers. I've even seen fans write like, oh my God, why does she look swollen? And just being honest,
Don't write that, people. Don't write that.
But that's the reality of, you know, Instagram. So in that, I have done multiple cycles of IVF during this season, and I recognize that that does cause bloating and weight gain and those kinds of things. And I think even with the hormonal changes of going through those cycles, you don't feel yourself. You know, it's like hormones and shots, and it's just, you know,
I know
it's
very
a lot,
well.
and then you bloat and you feel, you just don't feel
It's a lot,
sexy.
emotionally, physically, all of it. I understand that, but I think you look beautiful.
Thank you. And then in your mind, it's also the difference of like, I'm doing this for a greater purpose.
Yes.
And so you're just like, you know, just go for it. And then you see videos and you're like, why do I look like that? You know?
Yeah.
So it's just been
don't
like
be hard on yourself, though.
You used to being thin. See, when you big like me,
Lonnie.
you really don't care.
Well, if we're being real, I do go like this. And the thing for me is, like maybe 2 years ago, I had lost 20 pounds and felt so great about it, and it kept the weight off throughout the pandemic. So then to like see it go back, it's like, am I disappointed in myself?
But this is why we try
to. for a greater purpose.
But this is why
it is.
I don't care if I was like ready to go on those shows.
You have your baby.
My 1,000-pound life, whatever.
This is why we try to stress body positivity.
Yeah.
Because your body goes up and down. And especially, you gotta remember, we go through months. We go through September to May. I done gain 5, you lose, you
and it's weird because it's not so much about my weight, but actually about the hormonal not feeling like yourself.
Right,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right, of course. And that's
a double
roller coaster
whammy.
ride.
But they don't understand that, though.
Chrissy Teigen just tweeted, like, stop asking me if I'm pregnant.
That's what I get
people
every day.
don't ask unless somebody says they are. Wait till they say they are.
Girl, they don't have nothing else to do. That's why they're gonna ask.
Well,
when you feel undesirable?
I think I felt undesirable, if I'm going to be honest, is when I went through my divorce and I had 2 3-year-olds, and I'm like, who's gonna want, you know, just that kind of mental thing of, you know, of that. But
and then I think even
it goes away. What are you gonna do?
But that's really honest, especially I had a boyfriend cheat on me, and I think there is a period of time where you're like, is something wrong with me?
Right.
Was I not dope enough? Was I, you literally, or then you see them date other people, or for me, I literally definitely wanted to see what the person looked like.
You did?
Did she have a bigger butt than me? Does she have bigger, I mean, you'll start to compare yourself and just be like, make it make sense. So I think it's a natural thing to somewhat pick yourself apart and feel like.
Right, but how do you combat that? Like, for me, I felt like, at first you go through, like, what did I do wrong? What was I, blah, blah, blah. But then afterwards, you realize that it's not
nothing to do with you.
It has nothing to do with you. It's really them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look at all the beautiful women that have been cheated on. It has nothing to do with them. It's
and I think deeper,
the hole the guy's trying to fill inside of him.
And it's deeper. It's never about what you look like. It's not like, I should have pulled myself together better in the morning, or I should have worn some lingerie, or I should have, like all those things. It's not that. It's usually way deeper, and it's something you can't fix.
But when you're dealing with someone that wants to make you feel undesirable.
Oof.
It really can, like say if you get into an argument and then they start, attacking your looks and saying, that's when you can also feel undesirable and you can really get into this deep depression. And that's why I always tell women, we say, do affirmations, talk to somebody, make sure that you're around positive people because, an argument is temporary and you have to, and even like I know a lot of times when we say, talk it out. Sometimes you have to take a beat because when a person says something to you, you can't take it back. So it's like, you know what, maybe sometimes it's better to take a beat and you have to find that desire in you and you'll be okay.
I agree. And also look in the mirror and find one thing you love about yourself and focus on that one thing.
Say one thing that's beautiful about yourself.
My personality.
I was literally gonna say that I'm mad funny. Like I'm fun to be around.
Really?
I'm not a Debbie
You
Downer.
bitches is not funnier than me.
That's
No,
true.
you do it for a living.
I'm not a bump funny, but we gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Well, what about you?
My wig look good today.
There you go.
No, that's not you though.
What's me?
Well, damn, just shout out, Magic.
Now I'm undesirable.
No, but I mean like physical.
Oh, I have a wonderful eyes.
Well, Lonnie, can I tell you something I think is so dope about you? Your shape. Your shape, your hip to waist ratio, and the way that it's very high up there. I'm just putting it out there.
Let me tell you about you.
Let
me tell you about you. Your face is one of the most beautiful.
Agreed.
Look straight in that camera and show. Look at that. Ooh, look at that
Agreed.
face.
Thank
And
you.
Garcelle Beauvais, your whole, to me, the way you could sit in that chair, cross your leg, one day, I'm gonna be able to do that without cutting off
You
my breath.
always look expensive.
Expensive.